My name is Elena. I am 27 years old. I come from a small town in Romania. I want to tell you something very special today. It is my powerful story. How I trained my brain to think in English. Please listen to my story completely. This story is not just about English. It is about dreams, pain, love, and hope. It is about falling down and getting up again. Maybe this story can help you too. Maybe this story will touch your heart. Maybe you will cry. Maybe you will smile. But I promise it will stay in your mind forever. So please, stay with me until the end. When I was a little girl, I did not know one word of English. I lived with my mother and younger brother in a small wooden house. My father left us when I was just 5 years old. I still remember that rainy night. He walked away, and he never came back. My mother held me close and cried all night. I did not understand everything then, but I knew our life was going to be hard. We had no money. My mother worked on a farm. She came home tired every evening, her hands full of dust, her feet full of pain. I wanted to help her. I wanted to grow up fast and make her smile. One day, I saw something that changed my life. I was walking near a park. I saw a group of tourists. They were speaking English. I didn't understand them, but their words sounded like music to me. So smooth, so fast, so free. I followed them for a few minutes, just listening. One of them looked at me and smiled. She said, "Hi." I said nothing. I was too shy. I was too afraid. I just ran away. But that night, I thought a lot. I looked up at the stars and made a promise to myself. "Elena," I said to myself, "one day, you will speak English like them. You will not be afraid. You will not run away. You will speak with confidence. You will think in English." I had no teacher, no computer, no mobile, only one small radio and one old dictionary that my uncle gave me before he died. Every morning, I listened to English songs on the radio. I didn't understand the words, but I wrote them down anyway. I sang along. Sometimes I got the words wrong. I laughed at myself, but I kept trying. Every night, I opened the old dictionary. I learned 5 new words. I wrote them in a notebook. I made sentences with them. Even if the sentences were funny or strange, I still wrote them. One day, I looked in the mirror and started talking to myself in English. "Hello, Elena. How are you today?" "I am fine, thank you." "What did you do today?" "I learned 5 new English words." Yes, it felt silly, but it worked. It helped me. I was training my brain to think in English at school. I had only one English class every week, but the teacher was old and tired. She spoke more in Romanian than English, so I had to teach myself. I started writing short stories in English. I started talking to birds, trees, even to my cat, in English. My mother saw me one day and asked, "Elena, are you okay?" I said, "Yes, Mama. I am just practicing English." She smiled and said, "You are a strange little girl." But then she hugged me and said, "I am proud of you." That moment is still in my heart. As I grew older, I found new ways to learn. I saved money and bought a second-hand mobile phone. I downloaded free apps. I listened to English podcasts every day while washing dishes, cleaning the house, or walking to school. I watched English cartoons with subtitles. I read children's storybooks. I joined a Facebook group to chat with English learners. I made many mistakes. Once, I wanted to say, "I am excited," but I said, "I am exited." My friend laughed and said, "Did you leave your body?" I laughed too, but I also felt sad. I thought, will I ever be perfect? But I learned something very important. Mistakes are our teachers. Every mistake is a step forward. Every wrong word is a chance to learn the right one, so I kept going. One day, something happened that made me cry for hours. My mother fell sick. She had a bad fever and couldn't go to work. We had no money for medicine. I sat next to her bed and cried. Then I remembered my promise to myself. "Elena, one day, you will speak English. One day, you will help your mother." So I stood up, wiped my tears, and took action. I started teaching English to little children in my village. I taught them simple words: cat, dog, sun, moon. I charged only a little money, but they came. They learned, and I earned. Slowly, I got better. Slowly, my English became stronger, and one day, something magical happened. I got a message from a school in the city. They needed an assistant English teacher. I was scared. I had never left my village, but I said yes. I packed my bag and went. I stood in front of 30 students. My hands were shaking. My heart was beating fast, but I remembered all the nights. I spoke to my mirror. All the stories I wrote. All the tears I cried. And then, I opened my mouth and said, "Good morning, students. My name is Elena. I am your new assistant teacher." They clapped. They smiled. And I smiled too. That was the start of a new life. I met teachers who spoke only English. I made friends from other countries. I watched movies without subtitles. I started dreaming in English. I started thinking in English. And now, I am here, sharing my story with you. I want you to know this. You can do it too. It does not matter where you come from. It does not matter how poor you are. It does not matter how many mistakes you make. If you have a dream, if you have a heart, if you have the will, you can train your brain to think in English, talk to yourself, watch English videos, read stories, make small sentences, do it every day and never stop. Because one day, you will stand in front of the world and you will speak with confidence. Your English will not just be a language, It will be your power today. I speak English every day. I teach English online. I help students from many countries. I write stories, poems, and songs in English. And when my mother hears me, she says, "Elena, your voice is like a bird now. It flies." And I say, "Mama, you gave me wings." I still make mistakes sometimes, but I am not afraid now, because I know every word, every line, every moment brought me here. This is not just my story. This can be your story to train your brain. Speak with love, learn with hope, and never give up. If my story touched your heart, please like this video. Please subscribe for more beautiful and motivational stories like this. Your one click gives me strength to work harder and share more love with the world. Please support me in more amazing parts of the story coming.